Hi there. Welcome to the Working Man Sports Talk podcast, where we like to talk to other working men about sports. And if you aren't a man, who cares? Welcome to the show. Now, we all heard about the Dallas Cowboys, how they were going to be the team. This was going to be their year, that they were going to dominate. And yeah, they pounded the Jets. Yes, they pounded the Giants. Who else was it that they pounded?
The New England Patriots.
The New England Patriots. If you could even call them the New England Patriots anymore. It's not even a shadow of what they once were. And then we've seen the Cardinals with Josh Dobbs put a dent in that armor. And then we've seen the beatdown of a lifetime. Second beatdown to, of course, the Miami destruction that happened to the Broncos. But, John, what do you think is going on there in Dallas? I would love to hear what you think is going on, because are they really that team? I don't think they are. But maybe you know something that I don't.
No,
enlighten me, please.
They are not that team. This is why I never picked them as to being a contender. They're just pretenders.
Not even a contender like for the championship you're talking about, not the playoffs. You're just talking about the Super Bowl.
Overall, not in their own conference.
So you don't think they'll take the first? You think they'll take second? Or you think the Commanders might knock them out?
The Commanders could knock them out. You just never know what you're going to get with the Dallas Cowboys. They're like a box of chocolate, like Forrest Gump said.
Yeah, it's true.
You never know what you're going to get.
It's true. And what's crazy about it is the hype. Going into this thing, I think Dak Prescott said this offseason he wasn't going to throw 10 interceptions, and he threw 3 in that game.
He's already at 4 for the season.
Well, there you go. It's just going to only build up and get worse unless he can prove me wrong. What else do you think is going on there with that team?
I think I can't say what else is going on there. Well, I know one thing for sure. They don't really have, I want to say they really don't have a running game that they can lean on.
They have Pollard. He had 8 carries for 29 yards.
That's what I'm saying. They don't have that. Like Pollard, if he gets out in space, it's game over. But if he's not getting out in space, if he has to run between the tackles and guards, he's not going to do the best for you, I mean, he only has 304 yards rushing for the season.
So is it the offensive line that's a problem? Or is it just the offense is not performing?
The offense isn't clicking. And this is why, what's his name? Jerry Jones brought in Trey Lance to hold over Dak Prescott's head, saying, hey, you want those dollars? You want those big bucks? You got to prove it. Because now we have a young man who's a first-round draft pick sitting right behind you, who's learning the playbook, who is becoming probably McCarthy's best little friend on the sideline, and probably Jerry Jones' best little friend on the sideline. And guess what? He's younger. He doesn't have to pay him right away. He can throw him out there and see what happens.
And I thought that maybe they would have played Trey Lance at the end. Instead, we got Cooper Rush. And I seen a meme. It was like, man, even the Dallas Cowboys can make this game even more boring. When they had a chance to make it a little bit exciting for us to see Trey Lance, they put in Cooper Rush.
I don't think they're trying to rush.
They're not going to try to rush. Not Cooper Rush. They're not trying to rush Lance. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
They're not trying to rush Lance. They want to make sure that the playbook and everything that he knows is down. Even if it's just like 5 pages of the playbook, they want to make sure that he has it down pat. Because when Jerry Jones puts him out there on the field, wants to look at him and then look at Dak and say, told you so.
It could be. And I don't know what their whole plan is for him.
I mean,
here's my take. Let me tell you about Dallas. This is what I think. I don't think Dak is that guy. He's throwing the ball like he doesn't even want to throw an interception, and you can't play the game like that. You know what I mean? You have to want to throw the ball to score. In my opinion, I think the guy needs to get out of his own head. And he just needs to play ball and prove us all wrong.
But let's be for real here for a second. He didn't have to do anything his first 2 games.
Literally. And the defense took those games.
Yep, the defense took him. He didn't have to do anything. The defense won those 2 for the first 2 games for him.
But if you look at the way he's throwing that ball, He's throwing it to not throw an interception. He's not throwing it to put the ball down the field.
Throwing it like he's scared.
Exactly. Now, like I said, I could be wrong, though. Like I'm saying, I could be wrong, and maybe he's not in his own head. Just maybe I'm right, and I'm saying he's not that guy. Maybe I'm just right on that part. But that offense looked way too predictable. The 49ers defense is just too good for that. You can't be that predictable going against a 49ers defense like that. It was a sloppy game. Dak went 14 for 24, 153 yards, and 3 interceptions. That is terrible.
I say this right now.
Terrible.
I say this right now. You put Daniel Jones behind that offensive line, you have a better shot at winning.
I don't know. You can't win games like that, though. You have to score. You have to score. Tony Pollard had 8 carries for only 29 yards, and CeeDee Lamb didn't even see the end zone. He didn't see the end zone. CeeDee Lamb did not see the end zone? Are you kidding me?
Do we have – how many times was he sacked this last game?
Who? Dak Prescott?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He was sacked 3 times.
3 times, 3 interceptions.
So the offensive line is holding up. I'm just saying. When you're going against a beast of a defensive team like the 49ers, you're only getting sacked 3 times. You're holding up.
And, if Daniel Jones would do better than him, maybe not. That's a whole different topic. But this team, the Cowboys, they beat a Zach Wilson-led Jet team, a broken Giants team, and I mean broken. And the Patriots, who are just bad. I mean just bad. Then, like I said, Josh Dobbs and the Cardinals come in and kick their butts. I mean, they wiped the floor with them. That right there, I feel like, was a beacon to the league that the Cowboys aren't that team. They aren't those boys, the boys. You know what I mean? They're not them.
No. And that's one thing. They never were. That defense was hyped. And you notice something? When what's his face? Their corner. Was it Diggs that got hurt?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
When Diggs got hurt, you saw their whole defense just fall apart.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's an important position he plays. That is an important position he plays.
I get that. But you're telling me, Micah Parsons, Gilmore on the other side, on the corner side, can't hold up? And you're telling me your safeties can't help out on the other side?
They came up with a very good game plan for Micah Parsons. They really took him out because I was listening to the commentators. They're talking about this game, and they're saying, they're really running the ball at him, taking the steam out of him. And you get hit so many times, you don't have that type of steam anymore. You don't have that type of power to bring back. You're getting ran down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm saying overall, there has to be someone out there on the outside that can step up.
Well, 2 things then. Either 1, the Dallas Cowboys are just that bad, or 2, the San Francisco 49ers are just that good. I'll throw a third option in there. Maybe it was a bad day at the office, but knowing the Dallas Cowboys, they got to prove me wrong because I don't think it was just a bad day at the office. I like Micah Parsons.
No. That wasn't a bad day at the office. A bad day at the office when they lost to Arizona Cardinals. What this was, they got fired. They got kicked out of the office.
Yeah, they got sent home early.
Yep.
Because they couldn't finish the job. They couldn't do it. And while America laughed at this team and mocked their fans, they still stayed strong, said, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. And guess what? They didn't. They didn't at all. That's all I have to say about the Dallas Cowboys. Do you have anything else you want to say about them?
Flush them down the toilet.
Flush them down the toilet. You're calling them down already? You're not going to give them a chance?
No, I mean, they might make the playoffs because I don't see who else is very strong coming out of the NFC East besides 49ers, Eagles. Who else they got? Or maybe the
Commanders.
No, I don't know. That's a toss-up between those two. I see those two at the same level.
I don't know if I'd flush them down the toilet yet, but I don't think they're that.
I'm flushing them. Hit that!
They might go to the playoffs.
Hit that flushing noise right now. They're getting flushed down the toilet.
Oh my goodness. Well, if that's what you think, and I have nothing else to say about it. I want to thank you guys for listening to the Working Man Sports Talk podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share.